What's going on, everyone? So today we're going to talk about AVANTIS, and I actually wasn't going to make this video until I seen there was actually some important numbers to talk about, because I seen the numbers were flat, but then I seen the charts and I was like, yeah, I got to talk about this. All right, we're going to get straight into it. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Do your own research. Let's get straight into it. So AVANTIS is still down 25% in the last 7 days. The volume 396 million, market cap 305 million, all that good stuff. But what I really want to talk about is this. So I looked at the trend line that we're following, and look, this kind of confirms that trend line. We hit it once here, couldn't break past it. Tried it again, couldn't break past it. What do you think is going to happen this time? So we are in a current downtrend, obviously. What's going to happen this time is probably going to be a pullback, and I'll explain why, a harder pullback. So it's possible that it doesn't do a harder pullback. I'm going to let you know that right now up front. We are inside of a current support level, actually. If you look at the levels here, you can notice lots of support at this level. So I don't know how I didn't know that. I don't know how I didn't notice that last time. But as you can see here, that was a support, and that was a good resistance area as well, multiple times. So yeah, this has been a good level for us, but we're probably about to break it to the downside, and I'll show you why. And that is this. Look at the MACD. I'm basing this purely off of the MACD, and it's probably going to do it while I'm making this video. Look at all that selling pressure. That selling pressure is not slowing down. It's going to continue to sell off right there. That's what I believe. And yep, we can see it breaking it right now. So yeah, we should be breaking down lower. So we're looking towards $1.05, like I mentioned in all of my other videos. So yeah, we're heading towards $1.05. There's also a little bit of support here. So on the way down to $1.05, expect it to do like a bull trap and pull back to like $1.08 and bull trap people and come up here and try to pass $1.16 and possibly pull a little bit lower from there down to $1.05. That's what could happen. It doesn't have to happen. It could happen. So just remember that. But that's what it's looking like to me. I just wanted to bring this to you guys because I noticed it and I was like, you know what? This is pretty important. Let me get this out there. Both the long-term and the short-term trend on the percent R trend exhaustion is inside of a pullback phase. Let's look at the 2-hour chart. Yep. We're starting to see some selling pressure on the MACD on the 2-hour chart. So yeah, that's pretty bearish. Also, the percent R trend exhaustion on a 2-hour chart is still inside of the same space where the long-term trend is just sideways trading at the bottom, while the short-term trend keeps going up and down, fluctuating. And yeah, that's not too good, but it is what it is. The 30-minute chart also seeing a lot of selling pressure here on the MACD. So we see the MACD selling off there as well. That's pretty good. Well, that's pretty good, but you know, it's pretty bad. But for people that want to buy lower, this is pretty good. Anyways, this is another trend we're seeing, the long-term trend as well as the short-term trend coming down on the 30-minute chart. So on all of the time frames here, we're looking pretty bearish right now. So I would say just prepare for the worst, expect the best if you want. But yeah, more selling pressure on the 15-minute chart for the MACD. Percent R trend exhaustion pulling back here, about to bottom out, not quite there yet. So this could be a short-lived pullback, but this is the 15-minute chart, which is super short term. So what I think is going to happen is still the same thing. I think we pull back to $1.08, possibly another bull trap, come up to $1.16, and then back down to $1.05, or we just go straight down to $1.05. So yeah, we're looking at one of those two. But after that, you know, there are a few levels that we got to watch after that. So hopefully we don't go below $1.05. But there's a strong possibility that we do. And that's why I've been mentioning 89 cents. A little bit of support right here at $1 flat. So that's what we're looking at. A little bit of support, but not much. Most of that support that we have after the $1.05 Fibonacci is our 89 cent Fibonacci. So our 90 cents to 89 cent Fibonacci, that's what we're looking for. So I don't think this just stops at $1.05. If it goes down to $1.05, I do believe 89 cents is coming next, or 90. Possible that it goes a little bit below $1.05, hits $1, and then tries to recover from there, that's also a possibility. But remember, it's also possible that none of this happens. But according to what the charts are telling me, I'm looking at this like, okay, it got rejected at that trend line multiple times, and then it broke down from there, and now it's struggling to try to make a way up from where it's at now. And we're also seeing more selling pressure on the MACD, and that kind of just tells me that more selling pressure is a much more favored option here between the bulls and the bears. So it looks like it should sell off a little bit more. Let me know what you guys think about this, because everybody has a different opinion. I don't really care about others. No, let me say, let me stop. I'm about to say I don't really care about other people's opinion. No, but I do take other people's opinions into consideration. That's why I like to show you guys what other people are talking about. And AVANTIS is always doing new stuff, like $50 million inside of value locked with their USDC. That's pretty good. AVANTIS season 3, they're just doing a lot. Like AVANTIS is going hard. They are the Aster of base chain, and Aster is doing extremely crazy numbers, like extremely crazy numbers. So, but look at what people are talking about. I like to look at what other people are talking about as well. This person says the AVANTIS team is not just random devs. These guys already built projects that went 100x. Now they're back with AVANTIS, and it's lining up for the same run. I searched the team. This is where the alpha hides. So previous team projects, that's what it did. That's what they're showing. Now, I wouldn't say that is a proper way to do your analysis, but I guess everyone has their own ways of doing it. This person says, I believe the correction is over, and it might sound bold, but I wouldn't be surprised if AVANTIS makes a move like this. All right, so this person believes correction is over. Wouldn't be surprised if AVANTIS did this. Yeah, I mean, the only problem with this is what I'm looking at now. I'm seeing a little bit of a pullback. They say it's over, but they said that how long ago? They said it at 4:48 p.m. in the time where I'm at. I'm in Thailand right now, and it is 10:43 p.m. And when they said that, it was worth $1.22, and now it's $1.16. So they said it right as we were getting rejected off of that trend line. So yeah, this is why you got to be careful with who you listen to sometimes. Like even sometimes with me, sometimes I'm wrong too. Like I'm not just beating up on them. Like everybody's wrong sometimes. And this time this person was wrong. They thought it was just going to take off from there, but it did not. So definitely be patient. Patience is always key inside of these markets. You don't want to be impatient, because that is going to screw you over in the end. But yeah, this person says the goal now is to push AVANTIS to rank number 1 top gainer on Coinbase, then have boomers ape into it with their Bitcoin. I don't know if they'll do that, but yeah, I mean, that would be good to push it to number 1. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. I just kind of wanted to bring this to your attention. And this is the last one I'll look at, the last post. This person says Q4 setup. AVANTIS is entering its crucial phase. Volumes exploded and total value locked climbed, but the real test is ahead. Here's how AVANTIS can dominate DeFi. And then they put a whole list of posts. I'm not going to read all that. But what I will say is this. This person has the most realistic looking charts that I've seen out of everyone else. So for what it's worth, it is the most realistic. And yeah, it should come back down to this level here. That's about $1.08 right there at the bottom, which is kind of ironic because $1.08 is also here, and I've been watching it as well. So yeah, this guy is the most sound. He has the most sound prediction. And if I were to look at what they're looking at here, they're looking at something that looks a little bit similar to this right here. So they're creating almost like a pattern here. So that is a pattern that we are trading in. Actually, I didn't know this, and that's why you also could look at other people's perspectives when they're doing technical analysis. Definitely don't take everything on face value, but do your own research. This is what I mean by do your own research. Like there's one thing that I could have missed, and that was the one thing, but okay. So there is a possibility that it comes down here and then breaks out from there. So there's also that possibility too. But if it doesn't break out from the bottom of this pattern, I'm still looking towards $1.08 and then $1.05 from there. So again, it still holds strong. If it pulls down here and does not recover immediately from $1.08 to, and it doesn't pass $1.16 and continues to go down, then we're looking for $1.05 and then eventually 90 cents if that $1 area is also broken. So it's a lot of if, ands, and buts, but this is a good space right now. But yeah, we're about to go down to the bottom of this channel here, and then eventually we'll see if we break past it from that trend line. But anyways, this is all I got for you all today. Definitely hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Definitely do your own research. It's definitely needed in these times. But anyways, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you want me to go over next. And as always, I'll be back with another video.